I just got an email from Andrew Henderson, and he just landed from the corporate jet that's bringing him from Burgerfeen, and he's going to get on at the break. And in the next segment, we're going to have our second restaurant review in 5 years for Burgerfeen, and I'm really psyched about it. And we do have Freedom BipCot, a whole bunch of BipCot merch, and he's making BipCot stickers, and they're $2.50 for a 3-inch die-cut round blue and white BipCot sticker, and they're really nice. I have one on my laptop. Next, maybe I'll start Against Humanity and my LRN.FM sticker. Go ahead.
Maybe I'll start
Steve.
doing restaurant reviews and call myself a gutter zaggit.
Ooh.
Oh,
that's funny, man.
Yeah. So I did a little bit of I did a trade with him. So I'm getting those stickers for one of my Bip Strongs. So.
Yeah. What's a Bip Strong? And tell people where they can get them.
Oh yeah. So the Bip Strong is a BipCot no government human license, so that it prevents governments from interacting with you.
It's a bracelet.
They can, but you know you can make fun of them in perpetuity.
No, it doesn't.
And on top of that, it also cures cancer and state. Actually, I can say that it cures statism. We did some tests, some independent.
You wore it around some Bernie Sanders fans and some Trump fans, and
during Feeding the Homeless, there was this woman who was paralyzed from the neck down, and I rubbed my Bip Strong up against her neck, and now she dances for the Rockettes.
Nice.
Yep, she was pretty cute. I didn't realize she was cute under all that.
Under all that toothlessness, she grew teeth because of the Bip Strong.
May not actually grow teeth.
Your mileage will vary. Your smilage will vary.
Bums in the rear view mirror may be smaller than they appear.
Yeah, you can get them at lawbirds.com, but I traded some for that, and I think that was a good trade. I don't know how many he's going to send me, but maybe he'll tell me because he sent them out this morning. So
yeah,
nice. But I
tell me about it. Barack Obama is a liar, a socialist, and his feet stink. Trump is a liar, a socialist,
I did a
and his hair smells like stale steak. You got one, Steve?
Well done, steak.
I think Jim is buffering hard.
He is. He's fallen down a b-hole on Kenny D.
Yep.
What are these people talking about? Someone in Utah is saying that right now.
Dean and some of his weird friends. And yes, we're broadcasting this into space.
Yeah, we're on the air.
V5
Burgerfeen. So, this is the Freedom Feens, and we are joined. We joined together under Burgerfeen. So we got Andrew Henderson. How you doing, Andrew? We got a guest.
Pretty good, man. Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, Nathan, let us know, or Kyle, let us know. Whisper in our ear, let us know if he's loud enough or too loud or whatever. So, you just got back into town on the Burgerfeen corporate jet. Where are you, and what is Burgerfeen?
Well, I am in Little Canada, Minnesota, and
Little Canada, Minnesota.
Little Canada,
based
Minnesota.
on the temperature.
Pretty much, man. We have 2 seasons here: winter and road construction.
I'd say that about Wyoming too.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be winter and
but
poutine because it
Burgerfeen
was
is
Little
this
Canada.
awesome burger place in Iowa. I've heard you guys talk about it so many times that I just had to stop by on my road trip. So
to Burgerfeen. Do they know what a fiend is? Is that what it's? I mean, are they like burger addict? Is that what they're saying basically?
Pretty much, yeah. Or
is their last name Fiend? Because that is a name.
That would be awesome, but no, it's just a burger addict.
So let's do a restaurant review here. Tell us about Burgerfeen.
Well, Burgerfeen has probably some of the best burgers I've ever had from like a fast food type joint.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know if y'all have like a Culver's around where you're at, but it's a heck of a lot better than that.
Nope.
No.
So is Burger
Feen better than A&W for sure?
Am I correct in my understanding that Burger?
But yeah, man,
Burger,
you know, I've heard you guys talk about it so many times, so that's why I just stopped by. I met the owner. Ollie, gave him a BipCot sticker. You know, I talked y'all up and said, hey man, you know, the Freedom Feens talk about you all the time, and you know, I offered to buy a shirt from him to give it to you, Michael, and he was like, yeah, sure, $10, and I was like, all right, no problem. He's like, you know what? Since they advertise for us all the time, I'll give it to you for free. So he gave me a shirt.
Hey.
And I mailed that out today, so you should have it by Wednesday or Thursday.
Swag.
So it's going to have to become the Sisterhood of the Traveling Shirt. I think I'm going to have to like mail it to each fiend, and they'll mail it to the next fiend for a few months at a time. And you know, I did used to give bass guitar lessons to Anne Brashears, who wrote the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. When she was 14 and she was 15, I was 19. I was friends with her brother, Bo, who's like my age or a year younger. And so I can make the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants jokes. I think we're going to have the Sisterhood of the Traveling Burgerfeen shirt. So what else, man? What else? What's on the menu at Burgerfeen right now?
Well, there's like probably 20 different burgers. The root beer floats are awesome.
Ooh, that sounds great.
There's gyros, all sorts of just delicious stuff, man. And it's super clean. Their staff are very nice. Bathrooms are very clean. I got to throw that in there.
Nice.
You know? Yeah.
Bathrooms are clean. Kids eat free. Yeah.
Side dishes they serve.
I mean, they're
you get
covered under
fries
the
at Burger
BipCot
King?
license now, so there's no excuse not to go there.
Nice.
So do they serve gummy worms, or is that a thing?
Oh man,
They
I
should.
wish. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Jim is our resident
be in the kids'
gourmand
meal for sure.
He's our resident gourmand. So you interview
Because
the
are you saying that
Burger
because
Fiend
I'm fat?
there. No, because you're always talking about food. You talk about food more than anybody on here, and you're actually
Okay.
getting skinny. You're on a diet. You're skinnier. So
Yeah.
you're
As I'm
probably
eating a
craving.
pizza.
You're craving a Burger Fiend about now. I think.
Actually, I just got a pizza. Today is my cheat day. So yay.
Do they ship by FedEx? That's what I'd like to know, Andrew. Can I order them Can I order them with their yak burgers with Bitcoin?
Oh, I would hope so. I mean, I'm sure with enough public pressure, they'll switch over to yak burgers and only accept Bitcoin.
Well, we do have They should accept any currency: pesos, dollars, Bitcoin, and we do know a yak
Gold.
farmer. Yeah, gold teeth from knocked out of fall out of crackheads' mouths in Kensington. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since Nick
take
is
the
on
train.
his way to Porkfest on Yak Back, on the way back he can stop in Iowa, sell the yak, make some
Go
yak
through Burger
burgers.
Fiend's drive-through on his yak.
Yeah, and then offer the butchered meat to them, and then
That's pretty awesome.
fly back with the money that he's earned from the yaks. Yeah.
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 So
But
the
man,
drive-through
I
at
don't know.
Burger Fiend, does
you
it
know,
have the
I would
clearance for
definitely
yak
go there
handlers?
again, and I'm probably gonna make a few road trips that way. So
I don't think
I'll definitely be
Andrew.
back.
Andrew, you can hear me, right?
That's right.
I don't think you can hear Steve. Go ahead and talk, Steve.
But here I am. Can you
Do you
hear
hear
me
him?
now?
I cannot hear Steve.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
snap. Yeah.
Can you hear Jim? Talk, Jim.
Talking into a wall.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you can hear me. He answered my question, I think. Yeah.
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 So Steve is buffering hard on Kenny G over there in
Here,
Kensington.
I'll come back.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I can hear him
See
now.
ya later.
Oh, he can
you
hear him
hear
now. Too late now.
Uh,
So yeah, next time you're out there, you should definitely try to twist their arm into getting them to at least give out gummy worms to the kids' meal or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
or getting
Yeah.
them to say worms anytime they order something. Like super. You want it supersized?
Worms.
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 Yeah.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, I was just stopping by on my way back from Missouri, and you know, I mean, it was directly on my way, so I had to stop and check
Nice.
it out.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I know there's two locations, and I stopped at one of them on the west end of town. So there's another on the east end also. So maybe I have to try that one on my return trip.
It's a chain with 2 links.
Yeah.
It should have more. I really think that they should add yak burgers, start accepting Bitcoin in addition to dollars and pesos, and go for it. Just spread across the land, man. And I think it should be an option in Cell 411. There's this program, this app called Cell 411 that we're big fans of. That basically replaces the police. Like you call a crackhead, no, you call your friends instead of calling the police. with this app, and it works, and it's saving lives. And your friends don't show up and shoot you. Sometimes the police do, but I think that Virgil should add something to Cell 411 where you can order Burgerfeen burgers too. Because I don't know. I mean, police say they protect and serve. What do they serve? I want them to serve me. I want someone to serve me Burger Feens if I'm paying their bill. They could have drones. They should have drones that deliver Burger Feens burgers.
Burger Fiend drone. I'm totally down with that.
Fiend drone. Is Miller back?
Miller's back.
Cool. You got a question for Mr. Burger Fiend here? For Andrew?
Yes. Does the drive-through at Burgerfeen have sufficient clearance for yak antlers? Yes or no?
I believe it does, but there's only one way to find out. You got to take a yak there.
So why do you call it Burger Fiend? Like nobody uses the word fiend except rappers and us. So how do you know to use it fiend?
He's a rapper.
I'm not quite sure how he named it. I didn't have too much time to talk with him. He was, busy doing scheduling and all that. But he was kind enough to take the time to talk to me for a little bit to accept a BipCot sticker from me and to give me a shirt for Michael. So I mean that's pretty cool.
Nice, man. How's your BipCot sticker business going?
Well, I sent off 4 today in trade for a Bip Strong, for a Bip Strong, and somebody ordered 4 of them today too. So that was really cool. So it's off to a good start so far, and hopefully it'll continue.
Nice. I think you should send some to the Silk Road guy in jail.
Definitely.
If he puts it on his wall, he'll just be able to teleport through it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Did you hear that they took away his privileges for growing an apple seed in jail? Ross Ulbricht. He had an apple, in his lunch, and he sprouted the seed, and they took it away and crushed it, killed it, and he sprouted another apple seed, and they crushed it and killed it. And said if he grew anything else in his cell, they'd throw him in the hole, in solitary.
Without government, who would destroy the apple seeds?
I know, man.
Well, they could have been drug seeds. He could have been growing drugs. So
they just didn't want him to. They didn't want him to have any life around him. I think that's what it is. I really think government they denature nature. That's what they do. They denature alcohol, poison everything. Yeah. So we need more private industry like Burgerfeen. So you got any more? You got any more Burgerfeen info there, Andrew?
No, it's just an excellent place to eat. I would
How much is a burger at Burgerfeen, out of curiosity?
The regular burger I think was like $3.50 or something like that.
Are you serious?
Triple. Yeah.
That is 1/3 of what a burger will cost you in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like dirt cheap. It's good food. So I mean, there's no reason really not to go there. And I mean, if you have listeners in the area, I'd highly recommend that they'd stop by.
If you're within 200 miles of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, you should drive.
Are we on the air in Cedar Rapids?
No, I'll look it up during the break though. I think we're on the air somewhere.
There's
Iowa,
one
though.
place that's not terribly far, and I think Cedar Rapids might be in the Quad Cities. I don't
know what that is. What is that?
Quad Cities is a big metro area in Iowa. And there's a lot of folks there, and there's a movie, Cedar Rapids. Highly recommended. It's funny. It's from 2011. Go.
That's not even the current year.
Yo, the year's more current than it's ever been, and yeah. I was describing something the other day, and I wanted to say things were different back then, but I said the year wasn't as current back then, and I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Things were weird back then. People used to smoke indoors, beat their wives. The year wasn't very current.
I don't know what that means. Explain the current year meme. What does that mean?
So one thing that people from the left primarily, although you'll hear it in other cases as well, but in limited circumstances, are making an argument by just making this appeal to modernity where you say, listen, it is 2016. I can't believe we're still having this argument. Make X change. I can't believe the Catholic Church doesn't ordain women. It's 2016. I can't believe X doesn't Y. It's 2016, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And everything always comes back to what year it is. It's the current year. And hacky stand-up comedians will tell jokes on this premise all the time because it's becoming a common plague upon comedy where people think spouting their opinions into a microphone is the same thing as telling jokes. And
that's what we do on the Feens.
Yep. Well, sometimes we front them as jokes though, which there's not even a veneer of that in comedy today. So
right, we'll be back with more after this trip to the yak market. Go to Burgerfeen.
More of why comedy's a cancer with Steve Miller.
You and the hamster in your brain are listening to Freedom Feens with Michael Dean and his weird friends.
Love Twitter.
Do you love Twitter? It sounds like Twitter's a porn site, man. Do you love Twitter?
Do you love Twitter?
Yeah, well, there is a new, there's LRN.FM, which is a great network. We're on it. We're on GCN, which is a great network. We're on the radio from GCN. Internet streaming network for Liberty, LRN.FM. But there's a new one, and it's the Free Coast Financial, and there's a radio app for it. There's an app, Android app for it that I made. Go on the Android Play Store or Google and Amazon if you're on an Amazon Fire tablet, and search Free Coast, all one word. So what were you going to say? What were you saying during the break, Steve, about my choice of interviewees? Like, people write me all day long and say, like, hey, I can get you an interview with my friend that will talk about ending the Fed. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't do interviews. But I do occasionally. Out of 950 shows, I've done about 10 interviews or 15 interviews. So,
exactly.
Yeah, it's arbitrary.
So, here's who we've had on. Here's who we've had on in interviews lately. We've had CJ from the Dangerous History Podcast, and we have had Drew. As what CJ did was CJ became a history professor. He was in a graduate program. He did some work toward a doctoral program. He grinded out for years in a faculty position. He published a bunch of stuff. He eventually became a history professor at his college, and I think it's Florida. He recently said where he taught. It was like a big thing. You could do that. You could go to that trouble, or you could visit one restaurant in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and that'll guarantee you an interview spot as well.
Yeah. Oh, I'd rather talk to Andrew about Burgerfeen than have Ron Paul come on and talk about ending the Fed, by far.
Or an ex-cultist. We had an ex-cultist. You had you interviewed me when you thought I was True Shives.
I interviewed you because I thought you were True Shives. But then I liked you, and I improved your audio and got you on as a teaching hospital example, and then realized the brilliance of Jim Jesus. I like you two guys because you don't really need show notes to do a show with you guys. Yeah, you'd be praised.
No, we're LeBron and Kevin Love.
I never have famous people on the show. The only time I ever had a famous person on the show, we had Chris Novoselic from Nirvana on the show.
I headlined an open mic tonight. Don't get it twisted.
Okay, you're famous too. But the only reason we had, I like that guy. I like Chris Novoselic, but I had him on basically for two reasons. One is because that was when Nima Vidadi was my only co-host, and Nima's younger and grew up listening to Nirvana and was starstruck that I knew this guy. So I had to do it to impress my friend Nima. And the other thing was I knew Chris Novoselic said that he loved my band Bomb, and Kurt Cobain loved my band Bomb and turned him on to my band Bomb. And I've been telling people that for years, and everyone's like, you're lying. So I was like, I had to get him on record saying that. So I did. So there.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
So you could be abused in a cult. You can be a professor and host an awesome podcast. You can pretend to be True Shives. Or you could go to a fast food shack, or you can go to a fast food joint in Iowa.
Or your kid can create Silk Road and go to prison for 19 life terms.
Spend $350 on a cheeseburger. Yeah.
Hey, he went out of his way, man. He went hundreds of miles out of his way, didn't he, to go to Burger
Yeah,
King?
I'm
60 miles.
bless Drew's grind. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
Well, he also Drew's a true dedicated fiend, and he's also merching the BipCot. Like, he made these really nice BipCot stickers. You can go to BipCot.org, and over on the right, you can click on the get awesome BipCot stickers, and it has the info. And here's the thing, like, I've created an industry here. Like, if you want to get rich or, make a little bit of money and have some fun, download the high-res BipCot images from the BipCot.org site, make merch, sell it, send all the links and info to me. I do not take a cut because it's BipCot. It's covered BipCot. You can use it if you're not a government. And I'll even help promote it for you. Like, my goal is for BipCot to get so famous that people forget the Freedom Feens, and like, they don't even need to know me, except I would like my gravestone someday to say, here lies the guy who invented the BipCot no-gov license. That would make me happy.